Chris, welcome back. We're just doing a little, a little recap. I know. It's obviously relief for you guys. I want to know what it was like in that away end because obviously you'd thought you'd snatched an equaliser, then taken away, and then it just shows all the emotions of football in one game. Great way to kick it off for a neutral.
Yeah, no, definitely, absolutely. I mean, first and foremost, I mean, what a fantastic game to watch it was. It was at the weekend. I thought that Birmingham did very well in the first half to be quite resilient. I thought that we had a few chances. Saying that, I thought you had a few chances as well. But as I say, I was overall quite impressed with how resilient Birmingham were until, of course, those two goals at the end. But we'll come on to that.
Yeah.
But for me, I think, and I said it to you on the phone afterwards, Joe, if I was a Birmingham fan, I would be a lot more disappointed. I think Norwich fans came out of that away end absolutely buzzing that we managed to get something out of the game. Going behind twice and managing to get something probably means a lot more to us. And I think, as I say, to be honest with you, I would be very, very disappointed as a Birmingham City fan. Ultimately, it falls down to your inexperienced goalkeeper. I thought, yes, don't get me wrong, on El Hernandez, who scored both of the goals for us, I thought on both occasions he showed his individual class, taking two or three players before finishing. But that first goal, he's got to do better. I don't see that there's body. I know he's inexperienced, and I know there's bodies in the way, but even still, I would be really annoyed if I was a Birmingham fan seeing that go in.
Yeah.
Look, in terms of your goal, I'll say straight away as well, I thought your goal was a fantastic finish. I thought that you deserved to take the lead, and I thought that you probably wanted it more. I think that you played, with your home advantage. I think that the fans, your home fans got behind you a lot. We brought a lot of fans as well, so I thought that we did well. And overall for me, I'm quite relieved.
Yeah. Like since Gary Monk's come in, he's been very, very detailed and he does everything he can to try and make the most of that home advantage. So you might have noticed the grass wasn't watered. It was allowed to grow a bit to stop you from playing a little bit. And also we'd made the pitch, we'd reduced the width of the pitch and made it a bit narrower.
Right.
But yeah, that's what we've been trying to do. We did it at the end of last season, and our home form towards the end of last season was very good because of it. Ever since Monk came.
Yeah, that's why he survived, obviously.
Exactly. And as I say, I think, we usually are a sort of team that would get a 1-0 lead and see it out to the very end. Very nerve-wracking, but usually we get the job done. I think on this occasion, especially like first goal, very poor from the keeper, I think. But I'm not going to hold it against him too much because he's gone out there when he's got no experience really. Second, sorry.
At the end of the day, Joe, I think you said it to me already. I think that, considering you lost to us twice last season, I think that Birmingham fans, yes, they should be annoyed, but also you should go out of that game with your heads held high. I know it's just Norwich City, not one of the teams competing to win the league, certainly. But if I'm a Birmingham fan with the expectations of where you want to be this season, I would be okay with a point. I don't think it's the end of the world. And I think that you've got some particularly your wingers. I looked at your wingers and I thought, okay, they're dangerous. They've got something to give. And I think that as long as you can get, some wins at home this season, you'll be absolutely fine. And from a Norwich City perspective, as long as we get some points away from home this season, we'll be content as well, because that's the improvement for us this year. As our home form was quite poor last year, but we were away from home. But you're not too dissimilar to Norwich in terms of I think as long as you can grind out some results, you'll be absolutely fine this year. And I think Gary Rowett just needs to have a season of levelling out at Birmingham because it's been massive. You guys.
Gary Monk.
Sorry, Gary Monk. Of course. Gary, what the hell am I on about?
You know what? Very similar though. He reminds me a lot of him.
They look the same-ish.
Yeah, sort of. But as I say, with the second goal as well, I watched the highlights again today. Seemed like a number of things went wrong with us, but all credit to you for having the determination to really go for it at the end. We had I think Ndoye should have just took the yellow card, take one for the team,
absolutely.
And then we had Kieftenbeld after you'd beaten Ndoye. Kieftenbeld had that plan. completely missed him. And then
Yeah.
I think our defense.
By the way, sorry to interrupt, just to rub the salt in the wound, that player that you missed that player. Well, that player's name is Dennis Srebeni. He is a 4th division German player. He honestly, for us last season, was awful. He scored 1 goal, and he has no expectations with Norwich fans. He literally turned into Pele for the last 15 minutes of the play. So you guys were so unlucky. Norwich fans are happy because if that was last season, we would have just rolled over and given up. And I think from our point of view, we're content. The seeds in the away end at the end, by the way, were just fantastic. I mean, obviously, when you guys went 2-1 up, there was some toing and throwing in terms of giving it the F and this and that, and a few fingers flying around. And that's what football's about, isn't it? About, and we enjoyed giving it back at the end as well. And ultimately, yes, we had the individual class. I think as a team, you looked better. But in terms of, individual quality, I do think Norwich City are the better side. But look, as long as you guys, as I said, can see out games this year, you will do all right.
Yeah, I thought it was a credit how you sort of turned the game around. I think it wasn't really working for you. We went 1-0 up, and then I think you mentioned Mo. Was it Mo Liner?
Yeah, Moritz Liner.
Yeah, you brought him on, and I think we brought off Gardner, and the game did change a little bit. I think we lost that midfield battle when that happened.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is football, and this is why we love the game so much, because you can go from absolute, like for you, for instance, absolute rock bottom to complete jubilation in 3 minutes.
I said to my mates, this is over. This is 100% over. We're not getting anything. We've got Dennis Srebeni on, and when we're playing 3 up front, there's no way we'll get anything from this. And then O'Neill turns on the class. And but overall, I must say, I've not been to Birmingham for many years. I went there a few seasons back, and I think we lost the game. We had a player called Alan Gow playing for us, and I think that was the season that we got relegated to League One. Not been back since, and I must say I was impressed with your support. I mean, Norwich City have a don't get me wrong, you weren't the loudest fan base, but I think that what you guys do well is you all seem to sing together as a stadium. And you normally, with stadiums like yours, with no disrespect, there's not like a massive old stand, for example. There's not necessarily there might be a singing section, but I was quite impressed with the way that the Birmingham fans all sung together. At Norwich City, we've got the Barclay End and we've got the Snake Pit, but apart from that, the stadium's silent. So fair play to you guys for sticking together. And as I said in the preview video, Joe, I think that this transfer embargo, I think it will give you some bite this season. I think it will make you think, okay, come on then, we're already at -1. Let's give it a good go and let's see what we can do. And ultimately, I think it means that the pressure is actually off for you guys this season.
That's what I thought. Expectations were so high last year, and now we don't have much. We just want like mid-table, and I think getting the first point is really good, a good step for us. And like you say, with the singing sections, we do seem to have one, but it's on the opposite end, so you'd probably be looking straight at it. It's the Tilton. That's where most of the people tend to go. Sort of on the corner there, but it sort of depends with our home atmosphere. But what I like about it is if we go 1-0 down, we'll rally.
That's good.
We'll get keep right on. We always do it like we sing keep right on, and we're like, all right, we've conceded, we're annoyed, but let's back the play.
Birmingham.
Mate, a few of my mates like that.
I told you, Birmingham.
Yeah.
And that's a Birmingham thing. To be winning and then throw it away in that fashion. That is a classic version of Birmingham.
Yeah. Also, I was going to say with the transfer embargo, we've come to some sort of agreement with the EFL. We can sign loans and frees, and I think today. Okay. I think it's today. It might be being announced as we're recording this, but Omar Bogle.
Oh, interesting. From Cardiff City, of course.
Yeah.
That's not bad. And look, you guys, in terms of Norwich City, let's just translate this for you guys. We had loans last season. You can get some brilliant players on loan. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if you'll be able to afford Premier League players on loan, but, perhaps if you guys went into I don't know what the culture is with you guys, but we've been fishing around in the German market and getting loan deals. I mean, Moritz Leitner, for example, we signed him on loan originally, and now we've signed him full time. And you can get some really good quality players on loan. Of course, you can sign some woeful players on loan that don't care about the club. That is the issue that you have.
Yes.
So if I was Birmingham, I would be trying to get players from that kind of potentially high-end League One or bottom of the Championship across Europe, across all of the European leagues, whether that be the Scottish leagues, the Spanish leagues, the German leagues. I think that if you guys delve into those markets, you can definitely get some good quality loan players for your buck. And I think, you know, as a whole, and I genuinely mean it, apart from your goalkeeper, I thought you guys as a collective unit were okay. And I just don't, as long as you guys can sort out your goalkeeping situation, I honestly don't think that you'll need that many additions to make it work this season. Certainly, if you think that a mid-table position is okay, you should be okay.
Yeah, I speaking about the German leagues as well, we have been looking there, and I think without the embargo, we probably would have delved into it a little bit more. Our only signing, Christian Pedersen, was Union Berlin player, and they all speak very highly of him. I think his first game in the Championship, he got mixed reviews from the Birmingham fans. I'd like to just hear, finally, your thoughts on our left back. If you don't know, he's the tall bloke, the tall blonde bloke.
Yeah, I mean, he was. I thought he was okay.
I think you guys played in a ball behind him for the first goal. You played in this lovely ball, caught him off guard, went behind him as well. I don't know. I'm not sure if it was his fault or not, but
I mean, but you did a similar thing to us. We had Grant Hanley, who has just been announced as our captain, who signed from Newcastle. He let it go, and that was quite rare for us. I mean, look, as I say, like, not to dodge the question, Joe, but quite honestly, I thought that as a collective unit, you were decent. In the Championship, as long as you're collectively good. So Norwich City, for example, last season, we suffered with the fact that we were a group of individuals, basically. And as you can tell, we've probably still got a little bit of that now, because I don't think our midfield only started to blend when we made subs on 60 minutes. We brought on Kenny McLean, who, by the way, we signed from the Scottish League. So I just think for you guys, not to dodge the question, but I think that just stay compact as a unit, and as long as you work well and gel well together, I honestly don't think it's about signing massive players anymore. I think there's a lot to be said for, creating a culture, for all of you guys that play FIFA. There's got to be a chemistry as well. I mean, I think
I completely agree.
7% of our team is German now, so I think as long as you guys can focus on that, it'll be fine. It's not an issue at all.
I certainly agree. That's why we're not too disheartened by the embargo, because we know that Monk has really, really created this unity. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, onwards and upwards. Anyway, we got Borough on the weekend.
The game, I appreciated it. Although I must say there wasn't many fooderies around. I managed to go to Mackie D's, but I was disappointed that there wasn't a good old like a nice restaurant around there. I didn't see anything. Where is Joe?
You got to go more into a bit of the ball ring, mate. We're more.
In Norwich, we're used to Delia's. We're used to this fine food.
No, mate. It's match day. We'll have a Big John's or a Mackie. Big John's, mate. It's a staple of Birmingham. It's brilliant.
All about Big John's.
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, man. I mean, I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I guess I'll see you at the away fixture.
Yeah, when is that?
I've no idea.
Well, I'll see you there, Joe, and you can come on Talk Norwich City. And for all of you guys that are watching, for watching Joe now, well done, and make sure you subscribe to this guy, because he is going places. He's the up-and-coming Birmingham vlogger. I'm really enjoying watching his content, and I would really recommend that you subscribe, like this video, follow him around this season. I know for a fact he's really upgrading his content, so make sure you do that. There you go, Joe. There's some praise. And if you're interested in making Norwich City your second team because you like our mad yellow kit, feel free to follow us and subscribe to us over at Talk Norwich City.
Love it. I would recommend. Brilliant stuff.
Thanks,
mate. Brilliant.
Thank you.
I enjoy the halftime sort of pasta reviews, mate. I'm gonna have to try that myself.
It's all about that. I'm telling you. Top man. Have a good one, Joe.
Nice one, you too, mate. See you later. Bye bye.